I grew up on technology. That was my main way of accessing the world around me, and I have found spaces that were very uncomfortable, very harmful, and being able to rely on the spaces that were safe, I was able to assess the ones that were not safe much more effectively and much quicker than I would have if I wasn't able to access safe spaces online. It's about giving the tools for the technology that we have and not like keeping it away from them. I have really found in my adulthood that there's a lot of value to those spaces online for young people, particularly when young people are not able to engage in in-person spaces. A lot of times when you're young and needing to be online all the time, that's where you do school, that's where you interact with your friends. You can really build a sort of community online. When you engage young people in these games, it can give them like a container to explore different things. You're able to create scenarios that young people are able to kind of think about, respond to, and then they have their peers in that space who are also responding to those scenarios. And with technology, you're able to, much more than in the past, be able to connect with folks doing those games across large distances. And if you're in a community where there's not a strong queer space or not a lot of strong spaces where you can see people who look like yourself, who have experiences like yourself, it's really helpful. Really, it's about having like a moderated space where you have community agreements and you build a scenario and let their imaginations run wild, because kids are really smart and they're so attentive to the emotions that come up in storytelling, and they're so attentive to the reactions that other people have to them, and they're able to like explore this thread that maybe would have been unapproachable if it was only in relation to their personal experiences. It might be a lot less scary. There are a lot of really cool tools in games that are becoming standard where there is like a red flag card in some card games where you put it in the middle of the table, and if something comes up that feels like a hard spot, anyone on the table can just be like, hey, I'm just going to tap this card. I don't have to verbally say it out loud that I am uncomfortable, but I have this tool, this resource to express my discomfort if that comes up. And then depending on the space that is created, you can have a conversation. You can just, some games say like, okay, just back up to the point before you hit that uncomfortable part and try again. And we'll keep moving together as a community and working on practicing skills where you notice rupture and then you can repair that rupture that happens between players. It can be very formal, like a D&D game, or it can be an informal sort of interaction. There are games where you like generate maps of a fictional world together where you are building a shared vision of this imaginary space, and that really can build skills of envisioning the future that we want to build together and building the kind of like metaphorical map of like, where are we going together? What is important to our community? What is important to the people that are in this space, who are in this with me? And it just gives you practice. I think that gaming communities are really a huge protective factor in that, like, they give you a safe place to test out different things and different thoughts and different like pathways. You not only learn how to communicate with other people's boundaries, but you learn how to respect your own boundaries, and you learn how to like protect your own time and protect your own energy.